Welcome to Disability Book Week Superstar Authors. I am your host, Kelly M. Likes. Let's set the scene. I am sitting here with my aunt's favorite gray sweater. I am wearing a blue dress and it has little paper airplanes all over it. And I'm sitting in front of a shelf with all of my favorite books. And we have our wonderful superstar author, Brittney Orton. And she is sitting there with a beautiful smile on her face. And she's wearing a blue shirt. And in the background is two walls of fantastic books. So, welcome, Brittany. Welcome to the interview.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Awesome. Well, let's get into some questions. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, I am a mom of four. I have one daughter with a disability, which is like the motivation for writing my book. My husband owns an excavation company, so I also work for him, and I'm what they call the real boss, if you say. I love spending time outdoors, and I love reading. It's one of my favorite things to do. I have this whole room dedicated to reading, and also my creative writing space. I I don't know. I love spending time with my family, and I love being outdoors and camping and all of that kind of thing. So those are
Awesome.
me.
Thank you for sharing. But tell me a little bit about your book.
Yeah. So my book is called Through My Eyes. Um, this is my daughter. Her name's Chloe. This is a book like dedicated just to her. But also to like help spread, which I think we all try to do as authors of books about disability. We all are trying to spread awareness and acceptance and kindness, and that's what my book does. And I am so proud of it. It's my very first book. It was a labor of love. And yeah, kind of like a healing process for me. Like the motivation behind this book came from a story of hurt and anger by a teacher, unfortunately. And so I had kind of had two options. I was like, I'm either gonna stay mad or I'm gonna move on and create something to help not only teach that teacher, but hopefully teach everyone around the world that, our kids matter and kindness matters. So
Awesome. Well, tell me a little bit about the writing process from that first thought of instead of, just keeping it all in to getting it down on paper to holding it in your hands.
yeah, so I hate to admit this, but my writing process was really easy because I was so angry. I think it took me about 15 minutes to like write this down. Obviously I edited it and changed it a little bit, but I mean, my story I think was just in there for so long, and this was just like the one thing that like pushed it out. And so, I mean, as far as like writing it, like the actual physical words, yeah, like a 15-minute thing. The pictures kind of just come with like, the feeling and the aesthetic you want for your book. Um, I I did not illustrate my book. I did not draw for the life of me. I really appreciate those that can.
Me too.
But as I was going through the process with my illustrator, I was like drawing like actual stick figures of like what I want the page to look like the exact like design, the color, like everything. I knew what I wanted, but yeah, no talent for drawing. But yeah, that took about like 9 months to kind of like settle everything in, and to actually like finalize everything. And yeah, really like a fairly easy process for me. Um, I think when you have the right motivation, that's, on the right subject matter, I guess I feel like that kind of happens probably to a lot of people.
Well, what advice would you give to somebody who is writing a book about a child with a disability or like doing research on what sort of advice would you have?
Yeah, I'd say probably the best books come from emotion or being able to connect with an emotion. I think when you're writing, especially children's books, like they don't understand a lot of like the things of the world yet because they're just little kids. But I think that all people and all kids understand emotion and how they're feeling. So I think if you can connect to that emotions, I think that that's going to make a really good story.
Awesome. Good advice. Okay, it is my favorite part of the interview. Would you please share with us your favorite part of your book?
Yes, I will. I mean, it's hard to pick just one, but my favorite part also stems from like my motivation of the book. And so the very first part says, they would teach you they would include you. This is like a cute little scene in her school. They would love you just like I do. Big group hug. Love it. Oh, sorry. It's kind of hard to turn page. If they could see you through my eyes, they would see you and not my differences. This is my favorite page of the whole book.
I love that.
I feel like it represents like a pretty wide variety of disabilities, and all of these people were motivated by people that I get to interact with. And so, like, to be able to put like that personal feeling into a part of this book was really special for me. Um, when looking through my eyes, anyone can see that you are perfect. And this is my daughter's face. She makes this all the time. If you ask her to smile for a picture, we call it her cute face. This is what she'll do. And so it was really fun for me to put like that personal touch in my book. So
Awesome. That is beautiful. Thank you very much for sharing. I love books that are inspired by our family, and finding ourselves in our books is the best thing.
yeah,
Um,
I agree.
well, final thoughts or anything else that you would like to share?
My final thought would just be like, I'm so grateful for Disability Book Week. I'm grateful that there's a platform out there, just representing like my daughter and my family and our situation. And I am so grateful for people that put in like the work and the effort. Because I know it takes a lot of work to have something like this. And I'm just so grateful for everyone at Disability Book Week for that and for the platform.
Thank you. Thank you for being here, and
Yeah,
thank you for sharing your book with me. I really appreciate it.
yes, thank you so much.